Wife needs the moon and stars to align before having sex. I just can't keep this up anymore. Now what? After this long of marriage and lots of normal talking etc., I've learned she does not have a strong sense of sexuality. She does not ever masturbate. We talked about it and she said, it's for animals that can't control themselves but noted for men as normal. Her parents are married but her parents are not happy at all. By the way, neither of us are American, Caucasian, the same race or culture. We speak English together but have our own languages as a second tongue. I am born in the USA so my culture is mostly Western. She is born in Asia and she came here as an adult. This is mainly to let you know that go to therapy is not some universal thing and can be more intimidating than you think. She has noted to me in the past that she could live without sex. I didn't know what to say so I just listened and thought we just need to find what works. Note she did not say that before marriage. I know Piper want to say, why did you marry her then? During dating, we had a great sex life. Before second baby, sex was here and there. As noted in some reply, she would need a lot of conditions met before she was interested in sex. Okay. A reply said that's normal. Okay, maybe so. But that happened like once in a few months. I guess now that I think deeply about it, it's not about the conditions, it's about why is it so hard to want to be intimate with me? Edit done for now. Wife needs everything to be incredible perfect before being remotely in the mood for sex, which is basically never. She's happy with me and we have a good life but in order to actually want to have sex, I have to wait for the perfect scenarios and it's just too rare. Now what? I just feel like the rest of my life will be cohabiting with a roommate that I need to treat like a wife. Agree with all the commenters who suggested to date, I'm married and can confirm this is crucial. Just as important, create intimacy that doesn't revolve around sex. I'm going to repeat this, intimacy without sex. And hair stroking, massages, deep conversation, sensual kissing, etc. It's important to get her in the sensual headspace. Make sure the message you get across is that the goal is for her to feel pleasure, and that you desire her versus you just need sex with someone. As some others have mentioned, if your spouse believes that an interaction has an expectation of sex, it may be putting her off. Good luck up. Here's my best advice from a woman once in your wife's shoes. Do kind things without the expectation of sex in return. This will reduce her stress levels and not make her feel like every time you're nice to her, you're looking for sex, which can seem like a chore. Relieve her stress, i.e., have someone take the kids. It doesn't have to be for a reason. Communicate while doing so. Is it alright if so and so takes kids Saturday? I noticed you're stressed and could use a break. Emotional needs being met is something you should always strive for with your partner. Sex is meaningless and burdensome otherwise. You're missing a lot of information here, so much that it sounds like you want the responses to get mad at your wife instead of giving you actionable advice. Like, what exactly needs to align for her to want to have sex? What scenario is that? How often is basically never? Have you talked to her about it? Do you know how she feels? Does she know how you feel? If her libido is lower than before, there are a ton of possible reasons for that, many of which are fixable. And many of which are not fun for her either, which should matter to you too. Are you really treating her like a wife, communicating with her, caring about her feelings, and working on solving problems together? I have no idea how old you are, but this was the exact same situation as myself and my so. We've been together almost 7 years now and it's only been in the last 2 that things have come to light. A metric ton of discussions had and a change in her contraceptive pill has now led us to a point where we are both comfortable and happy with the level of intimacy. Your post is severely lacking though. How old are you both? How long married? Have you had discussions with her? How is she feeling in general? Stressful jobs? Not home much? 50-50 split on financials and housework? Religious? There's 1,000,001 factors that could be at play here, but there's no information to go on. I don't think men realize how difficult it is for most women to compartmentalize. Most men seem to be able to turn the world off and focus on one specific thing when the mood strikes. Most women are thinking about what they need to add to the grocery list, trying not to forget to schedule that doctor appointment, and how frustrating and unsexy it is to scrub their husband's piss from around the toilet every day. It can take a lot of effort to turn all of those extra noises off to get in the mood. This is tough, but honestly the best thing you can do is have an open and honest conversation with her. I once dated a girl who would be in the mood, but then would stop to make the lighting right. Then would stop again to put music on. Then would stop again and say we both needed to shower, which we do together but not in a fun way, and only once seemingly every possible thing was perfect would we have sex. Honestly, it was exhausting. By hoop 4, I'd rather just go to bed. Chances are good that it's coming from a place of anxiety, and the best thing you can do is be honest and create a safe space for her to be honest with you, and, if that doesn't work, try therapy. One question. Was it always like this, or is it a recent development? Obviously, this can be a marriage-ending problem. So I'm not suggesting that you put up with it indefinitely. But it might be that she doesn't feel sexy. Or that she doesn't know how to let go of her inhibitions. If you're willing to spend some time and effort, potential frustrating time and effort, you might be able to help her unleash her libido. But I expect that will require a willingness on her part to engage in therapy for that. And inhibited people will have a hard time engaging in that type of therapy. Couples therapy would help. It'll be a space where she can really figure out why her libido is so low, and you can learn how to understand her and deal with her better. However, I'm being honest here, me personally, I need to have sex at least 1x to 2x a week, and I've definitely left relationships where the only problem was I wasn't sexually satisfied. But I know myself, and that is a big part of what makes me happy. So you need to figure out how important is this to you, just in case this is her normal libido now. Damn, these are the same excuses my dad would use to rationalize his failed relationship with my mom. He would say he was the provider and mom only had to take care of the house. Lol, as if a Psalm with 2+ kids, in primary school, was easy. And never did I see them go out on a date, him bring her flowers. Heck, he said the same stuff about helping at home and would only wash some dishes and stick to his phone. He rarely showed signs of actual affection like hug or cuddle towards her. LMAO, I actually feel better for my mom's independence now after reading this. So of the comments here are confusing women want to be married, but then do not want to have sex once they are. Then from many comments here he should be gone with once every 365 days. She is only going to push him elsewhere, then be upset that he did so. If she is not accommodating, there are plenty of other women who will be. What strange advice that he is a bad person for wanting sex with his wife, literally the only person on earth he is allowed to do so with contractually. Lol, this is why some dudes are checking out. Dear Op, as someone with a picky and easily upsettable wife like yours, take a long hard look at your priorities, because it's not going to get any more in your favor. Is she the woman of your dreams? Stay with her and keep adjusting the moon and the planets. And also buy toys for her and for you. Who knows, maybe she starts becoming fond of them and in return, will be in the mood more often. Is she not? Better break up sooner rather than later. The years wasted fruitlessly trying to force a change of heart that never came, will be better spent looking for a more compatible partner. If it's not due to stress from children, general life stuff, it's possible she's on the asexual spectrum. I've known asexual people who only very occasionally will want to have sex. In that situation, people have to talk and work out what's comfortable for both of them. This issue is something you need to talk to her about non-judgmentally. Edit. I'm confused why this is being downvoted. I'm not discounting that it might be reduced sex drive from stress and having infants. I'm saying this is an additional possibility. Talk to her. It sounds like she doesn't want to have sex, and doesn't feel comfortable saying it outright. Having a lower sex drive is a perfectly fine and valid thing, but how she is expressing her feelings is not fair to you. Both of you need to be on the same page, or else you will both be miserable. I am ace, and I am with someone who is not. Our relationship works because we have open lines of communication and work to find ways we can both be happy. Differences in sex drive doesn't mean a relationship is impossible. Over. Talk to her. It will be okay.